Can you tell us about a time when you had to make some decision about where to take the growth path of your business?
For me, I've wanted to do this since I was a little kid. I knew I wanted to get into design. I knew I wanted to get into architecture. And so when I got into it, I said, let me start working for other people first. I think it's good to start from the bottom, work your way up, learn knowledge from other people. And it got to a point around probably 2014 where I realized it's time to start doing something for myself.
Yes.
And in 2016, I made that big move, leaving a full-time, comfortable job with benefits, and went out on my own with Designs by Ebony. And with my specialty with living in place and aging in place, a lot of the projects we're designing are, I need this bathroom to carry me through the next couple months of my life because that's it. So with my certifications, I'm able to bring in that team, the occupational therapist, talk to some of their medical advisors to get information, and then talk to their caregivers.
Sure.
So I'll ask, if you're assisting your father in getting into the bathtub, where do you need a grab bar at? Where do you need an assist bar? Those are my favorite types of clients. And then, just helping them, helping them. It's the best part.
Yeah, it sounds like you get to know them pretty
A little too much.
deeply. Yeah.
A little too much, but it's good.
Patricia, tell us about your start.
So it took me a while. I actually came in through marketing and ended up, a friend of mine had a high-end kitchen and bath showroom and asked if I would do sales for them. So I thought, yeah, why not? And so I got on that drafting board and I thought, wow, this is it. And so in 1992, I opened a high-end kitchen and bath showroom. So I quickly started to expand my company from kitchen and bath design to whole house design. And then at one point in time, we were trying to photograph my work, and I realized that no one was doing a lighting plan. It came with a grid. So that was an aha moment for me. So I added lighting design to my offerings, and I studied it for 10 years because I have an interior designer license, and at that time a CKD, CBD, I had to have my continuing ed. So I had something to focus on, and I applied it to my business model. I took care of every layer of the room. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got started, and that's how I got into certain niches in my business that I'm still very much sell that service.
Absolutely.
And it's been a good choice.
Speaking of education, you are a highly educated man. Let's
in a different field.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, my story is pretty different from these two ladies. I knew that I loved business, and so I went to school for accounting, studied that. Wasn't sure I wanted to be an accountant. It was pretty dry, and so somehow I thought it made sense to follow that up with a law degree. So I went and did that.
Not dry at all.
Not dry at all.
Yeah.
Just kind of on the side, I was renovating my own homes as a creative outlet, and I had to get it out some way, and so I started doing that. And as soon as I would get the house done, it was like, okay, time to sell it and do it again. And so I decided to leave my legal practice, and some of the partners that I was working for were like, oh, show us what you're doing. And I showed some pictures of my work, and they were like, we're working on a house, maybe you could help us. And so I kind of got into working with clients this kind of unintentional way. And now 9 years later, that's entirely what I'm focused on. And myself and my team are, working with clients on homes across the country.
Can you talk about hiring people?
2 or 3 years into the business, I kind of realized that I couldn't scale it, again, with that focus on numbers. Like, you can't scale without help. That was a very scary moment, hiring my first employee. You take it very seriously. Assessing creative talent is very difficult to do on the front end. And then, just finding someone who meshes personality-wise with you and the rest of your team, and getting someone that is a good fit is difficult. And
kind of establishing that culture.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who are you going to be?
For sure.
As a brand and culture.
Watching the team grow creatively and be out in their lanes doing things that I'm not even involved with. Like, a lot of times I show up, I don't even know what's happening today, but just it's all working, and everyone is empowered and doing something they want to be doing. I think that to me feels like success.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.